Okay? Slapped, punched, kicked, choked, grabbed by the neck, thrown to the floor, tackled into furniture. Guillaume punched and tackled into furniture. Mark Yeager punched. Mark Ingber tackled into furniture. Ray Midoff punched. Norman Starkey slapped multiple times, punched multiple times, kicked multiple times, thrown to the floor multiple times, and tackled into furniture multiple times. Wendell Reynolds tackled into furniture, and the one person who was attacked more than any of them, and more viciously than any of them, by Marty Rathbun, and more frequently over a longer period of time than by any of them, was Mike Rinder, who was slapped, punched, kicked, choked, grabbed by the neck, thrown to the floor, and tackled into furniture. We're talking about 50 instances of violence on 22 people. Only reason I'm using those numbers is that those are all where the person themselves can state that it occurred, and there were witnesses to it, multiple witnesses. Okay, and that is why I bring it up. The point is that if you want to get into why and how and so on and so forth, sure, we can get into the time track and we can get into all of this. I'm saying, here's the thing. If you came to me and said, we were talking to Marty Rathbun and he's left the church and he's talking about some of his disagreements and so on and so forth, and he never brought up anything about physical violence, I never said anything about David Miscavige beating this person, that person, whatever, I wouldn't bring it up. I wouldn't. Even though I knew it would annihilate his credibility, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But he's the one who's saying that David Miscavige beat these people, and he's saying that David Miscavige beat the exact same people that he beat. And that's what pisses me off. Because this guy is a fucking lunatic, and I don't have to explain how or why he became one, or how it was allowable. The fact is he's saying David Miscavige did what he did. Not once, not twice, but 50 times to 22 people where the people are still around and they can attest to it and there are witnesses to it. And the instances that you're saying that Mr. Miscavige engaged in aren't that way. And you're saying 75 to 100, but it isn't true. And now I'm getting a little angry. Am I angry at you? Not necessarily. But I'm goddamn pissed at Marty Rathbun because he knows that he was the reign of terror, the whole track prison warden, and the lunatic, because he admitted it to it. He admitted to it. Let me tell you, I dealt with that guy. And when you talk to him again, you tell him that Tony Davis said he is an outright coward, and that he made himself out like a tough guy, and he's a bastard and a coward and a psychotic. Psychotic. That he would do this to his friends, the people that he worked with. Joe, look at me when I'm talking to you. The people that he worked with, like us, his friends who trusted him, who thought that he had our backs in the clutches when people were trying to destroy us, and he does this, he has no credibility. He's a bad man and he's psychotic. And you make sure that you tell him that I said he's psychotic. Because he is. Because only a psychotic would do what he's doing. Because bottom line, the problem is we can drop down into this minutia, but we're talking about the ecclesiastical leader of the Scientology religion. Okay? And it's a bigger picture than that here. And for Marty Rathbun, Amy Scobie, or Tom DeVock to leave and tell their tales of woe and fall into the category exactly like so many have before. Jesse Prince, Vicky Asnaran, Larry Wallerstein, Robert Vaughn Young, Stacey Young, all of them, the same allegations, saying the same things, in some cases things far more horrible